right.
Ground control to Major Tom.
That's right. This is Major Tom, i.e. Casey Rift, and we are live with Whose Monster Is It Anyway tonight. Phil and I are joined by Lori Pecchia, who is the mistress of zombies.
Head mistress of zombies.
For 37
Sure.
Zombies. At most specifically at Gen Con, right? But we were just talking, we're going to be at Kobold Con this year for the first time.
Yes. Yay, first year. Yeah. Yes.
It's convenient that you live in Denver, so I mean it's like right down the road, so that does help.
Well, like 2 hours, but yeah.
2
2 hours not in the mountains. That's good times.
That's right. 2 hours along the Front Range. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. We're excited to have you guys out there.
We're going to do some fun trivia. It's going to be great, and a little
trivia and the
Kobold Gremlin. Night of the Kobold. It's going to be like a massive multiplayer party. Bring your own drink. Bring some more drinks. Bring your friends. Have a good time. Let your inhibitions kind of go and kill some gremlins or kobolds in this case.
Kobolds, right?
Kobolds in this case, because when you bring home the cute baby Yoda that happens to be green, and they eat after midnight.
Yeah,
stuff's going to go down.
It's going to be terrible.
That's what we get for wanting a baby Yoda.
Right, and the good news is we're at Great Wolf Lodge this year, so no problems on the drinks, and yeah, it'll be a great time. Yes, it'll be fun. Phil, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
How did so you were saying you had some issues today at school? Did everything turn out okay?
Everything turned out wonderful. Evidently I can math. I thought I failed, but I got a B+ on my midterm.
Woohoo!
That's exciting.
And I'm officially on spring break at 45 years old.
Keg stands, man. Keg stands all the way.
I had a Foster's oil can tonight, and I am happy.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
I got
congratulations
a little
on the B+.
White Claw.
I got this awesome.
Star Wars
green
mod.
Screen. Yeah, look at that. Oh, well, I can't see it because my green screen.
Green screen, put it in front of your face. There you go.
Join the resistance. It's metal. I got that at Disney World when we went in December, but I'm using it for wine. So
there you go.
Yes, it's a perfect wine glass for me. So I thought Lori would be perfect to come on the show because we haven't done. I was thinking about this week, Phil. We haven't done any undead. And she is the master of undead, so I thought that'd be a great place to at least cage where we were going. What do you think about that? You good with undead?
I am fantastic with. I got actually 8 drawings I have to do of undead for Kobold Press tomorrow.
Oh well, hey, this is
there you go.
Loosening
perfect
up your
timing.
wrist. Yeah, you're just getting warmed up. Then that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Lori, the way this basically works is that we start spouting off ideas, and something usually throw a bunch of ideas at the wall, and something usually sticks. And
nice.
Phil starts drawing it, and then we go from there. So, what you got? Anything that comes to mind? Any creatures that of your nightmares that have been, you just have to
on
paper?
Tentacles are always a good thing.
Here we go.
And we'll just go straight to tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Tentacles. Are we doing something humanoid, or are we doing something creaturey?
No, it doesn't have to be. So last week, we did. Let's see.
It was a big snail-looking thing, wasn't it? Like
six
snailish?
episodes. Yeah, last week was like a living bear trap type thing.
I'm almost done with that.
Splorgus the week before that. You're thinking about Splorgus, which was
Splorgus. There you go.
And then the week before that, we did have the tentacle. What do we call that? The iclyes or whatever. I think I still don't know how to pronounce my own monster. But the
iclyes.
Yeah, iclyes. We had that, which was like an eyeball on top of a tentacle, and then.
Oh, it was a tiny bit to not use the term beholder-ish, but not really.
No, this was just an eyeball, like a human eye.
Eyeball.
Yeah.
Ew. Did it walk on its little veiny bits?
I think it did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's actually not a bad idea, Phil. We had talked about doing like the next stage. Like that was just the alien infestor stage. It's not a bad idea if we wanted to expand on that and do the next stage after it had gone into its victim. Because the idea behind the iclyes was
it's all necro.
The idea behind that was that it would attack you in a swarm, and then one of them would eventually get into some orifice on your body and infect you, and then you would eventually start showing signs. So yeah, it could be all like, I don't know, not illithid like, but tentacle.
Cthulhu. Yeah.
I was watching that show tonight. My feet hurt, or my feet.
Oh my god, it's the worst! Don't watch it. It's so bad.
I don't know. I'm kind of inspired now.
Dude, I could Dr. Pimple Popper for days, but that show I can't do the feet.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Wait, it needs to have gnarly feet. Whatever we do, gnarly feet. Just for my feet are killing me.
I think that makes sense. So the blood's pooling in its feet or something. It could be all yucky looking, or maybe the tentacles are. Maybe that's the first place that the tentacles sprout out. So
So how do you do this? Do you start from the core and work your way out? Do you start from the facial situation? How do you?
So I'm thinking you have, if you do if we envision this being like a 3-stage thing, like the first. The second stage, if the first one is the iclyes like tentacle thing, then the second one it's just a humanoid or whatever it's infected, starting to show signs of, I don't know, stuff popping out of it.
Ew.
Like its feet and face and hands.
And out of its chest.
All right.
Aliens.
Maybe that's where the tentacles are coming
out. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tentacles from the chest.
Give a little homage to
aliens, a little bit.
Yeah, and have the first signs of infection. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he's.
Oh, I got it. Wait, I got it.
Okay,
the tentacly things come out of the chest and then come up to the face and pull off the flesh.
Ooh.
It's very undeady.
Eats it
probably
from the inside.
Eats it kind of from the outside and then.
So we
got it.
Humanoid.
I'm on it. Yeah, I was looking up a pose right now, so I'm good. So
it could be anything because it's this underdark creature that's flying around, or not flying around, crawling around, grabbing stuff. But
no, we're gonna do it, dude.
But I think this would only be the second humanoid, so that's probably good. I think that's a good idea.
So it's gonna be coming out of the dude's chest.
Yeah, and then like coming up and like tentacling the
hugging his neck.
Kind of like a neck hugger as opposed to a face hugger.
Gotcha.
Are we copyright infringing anything here?
No. I'm sure Mr. Scott won't mind.
There you go.
It's an homage, right?
Yeah.
It's an homage.
You made me do it, Ridley.
I mean...
You made me... So I used to know this guy when I was in high school. His name was Phil Garnecki.
Garnecki?
Yeah, so we're gonna start it off that way. And when I was in 10th grade, he used to live down the street from me, and he had a tree fort. And his favorite movie was Alien. Okay, and we used to live out in the country. And he would go up and down the dirt road and look for roadkill.
Ew.
Oh, God.
Oh, it gets worse. And
this is going serial killer real fast. This is going Ed Gein real quick.
And he would bring this roadkill up to his tree fort. And this guy was like, 10th, 11th grade. We kind of gave up tree forts, a while back.
Sure,
and he
would do.
And he nailed it to the walls.
Oh my
gosh. When you went up there was no wood on the walls. It was dead animals.
Oh, dead animals. Is he a serial killer for real?
I was going to say, and his name was Ted Bundy.
No, I think he still lives with his parents. He's like
Oh, yeah, that's totally not scary at all.
Mortal Kombat like champion or something like right now. Somebody told me the other day.
What?
Is that right?
Wow. Finish him.
So I guess he's got a career. I don't know.
I mean, if you consider that. Do you get paid for that? Like, I don't even know.
I don't know. So that's my anecdotal story concerning aliens. Anyway, Alien was his favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's great.
Yeah. He pulled a knife on some chicks at the mall when we were waiting for a movie to start. That's the last time. Yeah, that's
but did he like work at the mall or?
No, we were waiting to go to a movie.
Oh.
And these little preppy girls were all giggling and whatnot, and he thought they were laughing at him. And I'm like, oh, you don't even know him yet. And he pulls a knife out, said he was going to gut him.
Oh, Jesus!
And,
this dude's totally a serial killer.
That's what we said, and we left. And we left him at the mall and never talked to him again.
Huh, yeah.
You need to look him up on Facebook and see what he posts. No? Did you?
No, we let those sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, come on, it's worth it. He's like a taxidermy guy now and obsessed with his mom and watching our show, and that's scary. Did you use his last name? Oh, yeah, you did.
Dang it. Yeah, because that's the creature's name.
Gershnecki.
Yeah, we were just talking about him the other day at the skate park.
It needs to be some sort of iclyes. What kind? What do we want to call this thing?
Oh.
We can work on that later as it comes along. Speed's going to be pretty normal at 30. And Lori, remind me, you're familiar with D&D rules, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Second, 3, 5, and 5th.
The basic concepts of AC and hit points and
yeah. Sure.
Okay.
He should have like a tentacle thing coming out of his mouth. That would be great.
All right, hold on.
Big Gene Simmons tentacle tongue.
He's going, I don't feel so good.
Like, what's going on?
Oh, yes, that's great.
He's having a bad day. Can you give him a soul patch just because it'd be funny?
Yeah, hold on.
This is what happens when you have a girl doing this. I'm like, ooh, can we give him facial hair? It's a soul patch. It's eating a soul. There you go. Thank you.
Perfect.
Give him Guy Fieri hair.
Nope.
No. Why does everyone hate that guy? Come on.
He has to draw the line somewhere.
Okay. No Guy Fieri here. Check.
So here's the deal. I was a hairdresser for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Right. So you just... I get it.
Understood. Yeah.
I try to, too.
Yes.
I recall that, so what do you think? So the iclyes was... so I think this is the transition creature, Phil, don't you think? Like this is... We can call this an undead, but once it goes into stage 3, then it's some other creature entirely. Like it's going to burst out of this thing eventually. Right? So this is...
Yeah.
You think this is an undead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's eating... The creature's eating you.
It's necrotic, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right, so we got some basic undead immunities then. Undead 5e. So that'd be what?
Resistance to a lot of things.
Right.
That narrows it down.
Stuff and things. It's resistant to stuff
and things.
This will come in handy. All right. I mean, aside from the fact that we couldn't actually stream this from 3 different points in the country, it would be impossible to do this without the internet.
We love the internet.
Just from a rules standpoint, I gotta. All right. So wow, actually, that's interesting. Their immunities are only to poison. Okay.
Well, because it can't kill you, because you're dead.
Right. There is that.
Theoretically.
And then let's see, vulnerabilities. We won't give it any.
Fire?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it needs any.
Okay.
It'll be fine. He need stinking vulnerabilities. All right. Yikes. So that's pretty gnarly. Its passive perception is 8, but it's got a pretty good dark vision, so that's good. 60 feet with a passive perception of 8, though. It's not going to be. You have to walk right up to it before it'll see you.
What do they consider for movement? Are they fast zombies or fast undead or slow undead according to D&D?
That's debatable. So we can decide that. Like, is this thing? I think it would be scarier if it were a fast creature, like
for sure.
Inhuman speed. Like, oh, good. Look, there's a zombie. Oh, wait. Why does it have tentacles coming out of its face? Oh, God, it's fast. I think that would be particularly
Be great if you had like one tiny little tentacle coming out from the eye.
Hold my beer.
Oh, that's so gross. Like pulling it down.
You got a little calamari.
Oh, that's so gross. Have y'all watched that that Dracula show on Netflix?
Yes, it's the best.
The thing with the fly. We only made it through one episode, but the thing with the fly that goes into his eye and then you can see the shadow of it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's up there with feet. Yeah, it's not good. It was so gross, but so amazingly done.
That was the greatest Dracula show ever.
Did you finish it?
Oh yeah.
I only saw the first episode.
There were so many references to Peter Cushing in there. It wasn't even funny.
Meanwhile, I'm like, and that's the guy that Keanu Reeves was in the movie. So I'm going back to, whenever Bram Stoker's Dracula came out. Was it 90s, early 90s maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was my first Dracula movie, vampire movie in the theaters, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably. That came out before Interview did. So probably for myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that What We Do in the Shadows?
That is hysterical. Oh
is wonderful.
I only watched the movie and it was hysterical. They made
The TV show is so much better.
Is it?
Oh my God, it's hilarious. They go to like city council meetings and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Is that right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
And they have the thing with the spaghetti. What was the thing with like the canned spaghetti? It was
I can't remember.
It was so disgusting. Oh, they were trying to feed their like guests, and they're like, "Here."
Oh yeah, it's all cold and nasty.
And it's all cold, and they just like flip the can, and it just falls out. So bad.
Oh, because they were trying to fit in, but
because they're trying to fit in, they don't know what food is because they don't eat food, obviously. So like, here, canned spaghetti. All humans like spaghetti.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I have not seen that. It's on. Is that a?
I think that was Netflix. Oh, the movie came out. Yeah, there you go.
FX.
Yeah.
But the film itself was on Netflix, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's genius.
And what's
it's What We Do in the Shadows, or Things We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
It's done by the same. Is it the Flight of the Conchord guys? I do believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are correct.
So it has that kind of sense of humor.
Gotcha. All right, I got pretty base stats right now. Let's see. Understands common but can't speak. Probably, I would say. Well,
he's kind of got a tentacle.
Because all
in
the
his way.
Thingies. Yeah. All right. So, what kind of? God, what did the iclyes have? He had like some psychic stuff.
Like mind flayery, kind of.
Not quite as. It was more like you've got this swarm of aberrations coming at you, and the mental overload it wasn't quite like the old
Okay.
illithid swoop sound that they all did.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that? The Dritz books, where it was always swoop.
Foop.
Yeah.
Foop.
This is more like Cthulhu, Lovecraftian mental terror. What did I do for that guy?
You know, it could be fun too. Is a little. I mean, if you don't want to go tentacle overboard, I get it. But kind of like kind of coming under his skin, like going between his like skull and his skin.
Yeah,
like,
hold on 1 second.
You could kind of see the
I'm on it.
Tear out, not tear out, but about
you got a ripple.
A ripple. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, that's so gross. Yes.
This guy's messed up, and he knows it. All right, the swarm had a couple of abilities that I don't think are applicable, but maybe. So he had blinded by the light, which is probably not a big deal for one that's inside the body. Keen senses, which may be okay to keep. Swarm, which doesn't apply. We had something called the eyes have it, which is the iclyes consist of a mass of eyeballs and tentacles, almost entirely muscle. When they swarm a creature, so that one doesn't apply either. When the swarm gets over you, it automatically grapples. Loathing gaze, that was the fun one.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds good. What is that?
The otherworldly energy exuded by a single iclys is difficult to stomach. The energy let loose by a swarm is mind-shattering. A creature that starts its turn within 30 feet of an iclys swarm must succeed a DC saving throw or suffer 10 psychic damage. So just overwhelmed with, like I said, Lovecraftian type horror. Yeah, that's essentially it. So if they roll a 20, a nat 20 on their save, then they're immune to it. Otherwise, they have to save every round.
Oh.
What do we do that?
What happens if they roll a 1? Do their like brains explode?
We didn't put anything in there, but in hindsight, that would have been a good idea. If they had a 1.
Like scanners, like
right. They start bleeding from their ears and
from
eyes.
the eyes, and yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like exploding head personally, but yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that's after they, if they get to 0 hit points, we should have put that in there. If they reach 0 hit points with this ability, it just explodes. And then I forgot about the quippy. Their one attack was the sucker punch, which is pretty funny for a tentacle. I like that.
Sucker punch. Hi, dad joke. I see where you're going there.
Dad jokes. All right, so I think we can keep something similar to loathing gaze. Only, I mean, maybe it changes a little bit, or this guy is probably individually. Now that the thing's growing inside him, it's probably a little stronger than the individual tentacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe something. I hate to go illithid like mind blast, but something like that. What do we think? What do you think? What kind of psychic abilities would this thing have?
Would it be more psychic or physical, you think, damage that it would do?
I think it's going to have a physical attack for sure. Like, it's going to be stronger because of this thing inside of it, but it also, I think we should maintain the feel of the original one and give it some sort of psychic ability.
I mean, it could drive you crazy.
The other thing was like a radiating. Reload. So in 5th edition, you have this reload ability where if it's particularly powerful for that challenge rating of creature, it doesn't. It's not automatic. They can use it and then it reload. You have to. The DM rolls a dice, and if it makes a 5 or a 6 or a 6 in some cases, if you roll a 5 or 6, then they can use it again. Otherwise, they can't. So there are abilities like that are stronger. So maybe it has some craze, some confusion attack or something like that.
I was going to say some kind of panic type thing because a lot of people have tentacle issues.
Because that's scary as all get out.
Because it's scary. Because you're like, oh crap, tentacles. Tentacles equals Cthulhu equals like.
Or really good porn.
Or yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Or
So this one time at band camp, we watched anime and nobody told me what it was about. And forevermore, I have a thing about tentacles. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Nobody warned me.
No one warned me for sure. It's fine if you know it's coming. Ha! That's a mom joke.
But
Jeez. All right.
Sorry. You know what you signed up for.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. What do we want to call that? So it's gonna do. We'll do a fear. I think inherent, like just it has a fear effect, kind of like a paladin's positive effect. It has just a fear aura. I think might be.
I like that.
Just generally speaking, but I think it should also have some sort of get away from me type.
Like a strangle. Well, that would be physical.
Ooh, like a Darth Vader force choke type thing. That's not bad. I like that.
Yeah.
It's got physical tentacles, but it can also
mentally
choke you.
Mm-hmm. It has the force, ish. I can't call it that, but it.
I was just about to say, where's Last Laugh? Because he had some great ideas last week or 2 weeks ago, and he just logged on. That's hilarious. We are working on the stage 2 of the iclyes right now, which was, if you tuned in or saw the episode from 4 weeks ago, is basically an eyeball and on top of a tentacle that swarmed a creature, infected them by going in an orifice of some sort, and then this is stage 2. So what happens after it gets infected? So far we know that we want to give it some sort of fear aura, and then we were just talking about its ability to. What are we gonna? I don't want to. Obviously, force choke's not going to work, but some sort of remote psychic strangulation.
There you go, psychic strangulation.
We got to come up with something more quippy than that.
Oh, more quippy than that.
I'll put that in there as a placeholder. Psychic strangle. You.
Oh no. Auto. Wait, hold on.
No.
It's here. Hold on.
Auto.
What was that?
No.
Wait! I got it. Auto tentacular asphyxiation.
For the win. Wait, who was the guy from NXS?
Oh, Michael Hutchins.
Yes, it's Hutchins and strangulation.
No. We gotta put an NXS shirt on him.
Oh,
there we go. It's too soon.
I don't even know how you spell tentacular.
Auto Tenticu.
Tentacular.
Yeah. Oh, you know what you signed up for when you. Okay.
Specifically, why I asked. Auto. Is it TENTE? Is it 10 or TI?
Tentacle. Tentacular. TENTICU. Yeah? I can't wait to see what your auto corrects that to.
I don't know. It doesn't look right to me. It doesn't. It didn't even try.
TAC? Maybe? Maybe not an I and A?
Grown adults. Tentacle. It is TA. Tentacle. That just looks like tentacular, though.
It's tentacular. Oh my god, you really put an NXS shirt on it? That's great. Uh-huh. Oh man.
So while we stat these guys for 5th edition, we have since day one said that they are not at all subject to just fantasy D&D. So yeah, that's perfectly fine to put a
NXS shirt on.
It may be wholly inappropriate, but it is perfectly fine to put on in this show.
We apologize to the family of Michael Hutchins. Sorry.
All right. What do we want to call the fear aura?
Fear aura. Oh God, I can't. Like everything, I've gone down in the gutter playing in it.
It could just we could just go with fear aura on that one. That's probably sufficient.
Yeah. I feel like there must be an In Excess song that we can now steal and put in there. Hold on one moment. Google, give me an In Excess song.
I hated In Excess.
Google. This song.
There we go. Remote. Tentaccular. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Asphyxiation. Oh, that is a $5 word, my friend.
Asphyxiation. Let's see.
There we go. Beautiful. All right.
Top 10 list of In Excess songs. Okay, here we go. Oh, New Sensation was one of their songs.
There you go.
Sensation in there.
Or The Devil Inside.
Oh, The Devil Inside. Oh no! What You Need? Oh, there's Suicide Blonde. Suicide Blonde was a good song. Ugh.
I think Devil Inside fits perfectly.
Devil Inside, perfect. Wow.
Yeah, because considering what this thing is, that I think that works great. Remote tentacular asphyxiation on a. Let's see. We need a name for this thing. What are we going to call it? A drone? Iclyes drone or something? That's pretty mundane.
Iclyes.
Iclyes.
Well, if it's like an evolution, like a Pokemon, sorry. You take the same name and just change it a little. How did you spell the?
It's Iycles, Iclyes. Tremulous terror or
Tentakclys? Tentakclys?
Ooh, yeah. Wait.
Tentakclys?
Tentakclys. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Tentakclys. It sounds a little dirty, but it will work. Tentakclys. All right.
It's Roman.
Yeah, there you go.
She had a name, you know. Incontinentia. Monty Python, God bless him. All right.
Yeah.
I like that. That'll work. Tentakclys. Actually, that just spells tentacles. So we need some.
That's awesome.
It smells tentacles.
I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. All right.
You know what? You just need to put that little the little apostrophe thing.
Oh, there you go. All right. I need the. It's not an umlaut. That thing.
That thing. The French thing. Accent mark. Or you could put an umlaut on it and make it German. Since we're going in the direction of really disturbing pornographic monster things, I mean.
All right, he's shirtless.
Oh no!
Hold on, we'll do something
that's
here.
True. Okay. Oh, we could give him an NXS tattoo.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm good with that.
Speaking of which, I forgot to mention that Lori is an exceptional tattoo artist.
Ooh, awesome. I like that. Exceptional. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I like to say I don't suck at what I do, and that makes me feel good. Yeah, I don't draw it nearly as good as this guy. He's great.
Thank you.
You had me at the hand. I'm like, you just drew a hand, and hands just give me the heebie-jeebies. Although there's this really great program that a friend of mine was using where it actually, like, you could put the bone structure where it needs to go and move around and then like change the light source. I was like,
oh yeah.
Amazing. Like, otherwise you could have searched Google until you find a hand in that position or stare at your own, which is hard if you're trying to do it right-handed. It's a great program, whatever the heck it was.
Tentakclys. Do you like? Let's see.
Tentakclys.
Tentakclys.
Wait, what's it called when you have like 10 babies? Is that even a thing?
10 babies?
Like tentuplets or something?
It's called
I know
moose.
It's like
you're called a cat.
But now you know, like the Octomom, right? That was octuplets. Is there anything past that?
Listen,
like,
Octomom was hot.
Was.
No, she still is.
Okay.
I read her letters all the time.
Oh, do you?
No, I
She's
no.
seen all her movies, I'm sure.
She said I was too old for her.
Oh. Ouch.
Did you see the guy that she was dating though? He was like 16.
Yeah, I just, you know. See, here's the sad thing about our world is that we know about Octomom and Kardashians and all wonderful things.
My kid was with my wife at the local Coney Island one time, and he thought he saw Octomom there, and he was 5 or 6,
and he knew who she was.
Yeah, and so he gets behind the menu and he starts screaming out "Octomom, Octomom" to see if she would turn around.
So she would look.
Oh my god!
That's great.
He's a good kid.
Kids will do the funniest stuff. Like, hands down, they're the funniest humans alive because they don't even know they're doing it. You know,
Right.
like that. They're so. We were at a sporting goods place, and there was a little person working there, and my daughter was maybe 3 or 4, and I was like, "Oh crap, it's coming! It's coming! She's gonna say something." You know, and she's like, "Mom, why is he so short?" And I go, "Why are you so short?" She's like, "I'm 4," and I was like, "Crap, I can't argue." I was like, "I can't argue with you right now." And I was like, "Please don't be the checkout guy. Please don't be." Oh God, you're the checkout guy. Oh no, I'm so sorry. But I was like, I figured, you know, shoot her down and be like, "Well, why are you short?" She's like, "'Cause I'm a kid." I'm like, kids live the best comebacks sometimes, and you're Mom. Like, really, kid?
Yeah,
And he got it.
They've got no filters, right?
No filters.
Uh-huh.
That's actually a really stressful thing when you're tattooing. I was tattooing a picture of a little kid the other day, and she was there, and she walks up and looks at it. I was like, "Oh my God, if she doesn't like this, I'm gonna totally die." And she was like, "It's me!" And she was so happy. I was like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus." Because she'd walk and be like, "Who's that supposed to be?" I would have literally went back and cried. No pressure or anything.
Right,
you know.
no pressure at all.
No pressure at all. But yeah, the kids don't have the filters, and good thing they don't have Facebook. Oh, actually, that'd be fantastic. If you put kids on social media and just let them go off.
Yeah,
It
would
be kind of entertaining.
For the entertainment factor. We'll take 10.
That would be great. So what kind of attacks do we have on him? We have the autoerotic or auto tentacular.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. Everybody's gonna know what that means now.
The auto tentacular thing, and the devil inside.
Yeah, so I think those are great. Both of those are awesome. I got. I'm working on multi-attack right now. We don't have anything for remote tentacular asphyxiation yet, as far as what it does. I think it's just like a. You want to say like a 30-foot attack?
I'm gonna say it's a choke attack. That. So yeah, like a. In the.
God, I can't even spell this thing.
Your autocorrect is not gonna not want to do it.
Can target a creature within 30 feet with this attack. The target must make a DC. I think we want to give this guy pretty good con because he's got going to do good con and decent strength, but everything else is mediocre. So it'd be a 12, 15, DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or what? What is autocorrect believes you're on drugs? Yes, autocorrect does.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whole documents outlined here now.
The tentacle coming out of the eye is fantastic. Oh, it's so good.
It's a little calamari.
It's a little calamari. I like it. It's a trap.
Suffocating. All right. In 5e, suffocating, a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier. Minimum of 30 seconds. So
an average person would be like 4 minutes-ish.
Yeah. That's
give or take.
I like thematically, I like the idea, but
that's really long.
Not a very effective attack.
No.
So maybe it's a grapple and a...
Well, okay.
Psychic grapple and damage.
Or it's a grapple and you will gasp for breath as the victim, and then it shoots a sluggy tentacle thing into your throat, and then that makes you like slither, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
maybe?
Was it slither? Yeah, it was slither.
It was slither, yeah. Yeah. Choky and the way it infects others is by...
Oh, yeah, that's totally awesome. I love that.
You gasp for breath and then... Oh God! It could shoot like pus out of the tentacle things into your mouth. Oh God!
Here,
I just made myself sick.
Oh, he's doing it right now. So that's awesome.
Oh God, that's so gross. Oh, that's so
milky white.
Oh God.
With a slight green hue to it.
Oh God. Oh,
that's it for me. Good night, everybody.
Oh God, it's so nasty. Why do I feel like this is the nastiest one you'll ever do?
It's ranking right up there so far.
Yeah.
Wolfgang's gonna hate me tomorrow. Where'd you get these ideas, you jacket?
I was gonna say you gotta sleep on this one. Yeah, psychic infused neurotoxin. I love that. That's fantastic.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Psychic infused. Thanks, Last Laugh.
I was gonna say that's good job.
Neurotoxin.
Oh, God.
All right, so I'm picturing like it's on. I want to stay away from. I like the idea that it's going to psychically grapple and then do psychic damage, and I imagine then at that point, once it gets you within 30 feet, it's going to do that. It'll come up to you, and the tentacles will start doing their tentacle thing.
Mm-hmm.
The neurotoxin will permanently stun you, and then it infects you with a little iclyes nasty, and then thereby turning you into one as well later. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Love it. All right,
so it goes from an eyeball thing to an eyeball thing with a tentacle to a tentacly thing into your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wonder what your third incarnation of it would be. Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get there. Maybe not next week, but we'll come back to it. All right. So we also had a Tentakclys. I love that for its attack.
What is it called?
Tentakclys. That's what.
Tentakclys.
I think that's what 10. You were asking what octo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somebody was saying that's Tentakclys in the chat, so maybe that's So I think maybe that's its reloading attack. Like it can all of a sudden just burst out with these in a close proximity, burst out with up to 10 attacks. They each do small amount of damage, but it can.
But it adds up.
It can do that reload on what I was talking about earlier on a 5 or 6 or something. So what's the neurotoxin do? Is that just a whole person?
Neurotoxin.
Poison.
I mean, it could fry out your brain and make you essentially, undeady, sort of. Melt your brain type thing.
What happens when you eat zombie flesh?
When you eat zombie flesh? It's the zombies eat the human flesh. I don't think we're dressed eating zombie flesh.
Oh wait,
no, didn't Walking Dead
It wasn't Walking Dead. It wasn't Walking Dead. It was well, maybe they did Walking Dead as well, but it was that Z Nation.
Oh, that's right.
Z Nation with the blue dude. Yeah, no, it wasn't Walking.
But anyway, what happened?
He turned into a half zombie who could talk to him.
He could he could talk to him. I liked the humor of the Sci-Fi Channel ishness of it, but it got a little silly. So
it was super silly. Did you see the one with the cheese wheel? They got to Wisconsin and the cheese wheel rolled the gigantic.
Oh, that's fantastic! It's like the Sharknado of zombie movie or zombie shows. I did not see that.
When I say giant cheese wheel, it was like 12, 15 feet wide, and it went rolling down this road and was picking up zombies as it went. So it was
God. It's like that one little game that you get on your phone where you collect all the junk and your ball gets bigger and bigger. Yeah. No, that show is. I feel like I would like it more. Have you seen Daybreak? That one's interesting.
That's the show, the Netflix show. I have not.
Yeah, the Netflix show.
I started watching it and haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's got a little Ferris Bueller, Zombieland kind of vibe. It's not bad so far. I feel like Zombieland was a good movie. Like 2 hours of it is a good amount. I don't know that 10 hours of it is necessary. Like a whole season of it, but it's cute. It's quirky and it's very pop culture-y, and Ferris Bueller's in it. And they break the fourth wall and talk to the camera. It's very Ferris Bueller. It's cute. It's very cute. It's very pretty. It's well done visually.
Okay.
I'm only maybe 3-4 episodes in. It's pretty decent so far. And then Walking Dead. You obviously got that.
Naturally, yes. Walking Dead. I haven't
of
watched
course.
The last season finally came on. I think the last season, or this most recent season, finally came on Netflix, and I haven't watched it yet. But
it's losing steam, but I mean it's got great characters. So it's got it until Daryl and Negan die, or both. I'm still in. They're my favorites. As long as you don't kill them or the dog, I'm cool. If they go, it might be out.
Or suffer a psychic grapple. This effect has all. This has all the effects, rather, of a physical grapple, but it is mental energy, I guess we'll say. Sounds fine to me. All right, mental energy.
Yeah.
The target must use wisdom to break free. When the Tentakclys. Oh, I spelled it right. That was great. Hits a target, they are subjected to this neurotoxin. Creatures.
So you're gonna have an epic showdown battle between all the creatures at some point to see which one is the best creature of all of them?
We talked about that last
week. I was
week.
just gonna say it's hilarious you mentioned that because we talked about that very thing last.
You should like brackets it, like when you get up to like 16 monsters, do like a March Madness. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's great. That's hilarious. That you mentioned that. Yeah. All right.
It's a crowd pleaser.
Oh yeah.
If a Tentakclys reduces its target to 0 hit points, the creature, the target is infected with an iclyes and will become a Tentakclys in 1d.
Is this like a daily thing, or like in a day, or hours? It's a fast, violent transformation. I like it.
Yeah, it's about the amount of time. Seems like, isn't it? Isn't that about? It's a couple hours for our homage creature. Oh no! What happened?
You broke it.
I did break it. Dang gummit. I hit too many X's.
Oh no.
Never fear. Technology will save us. Oh no.
In theory.
Perfect. Messed that right up. All right,
Woohoo!
Let's try this again. Screen chink. That's what edits are for.
So far you have this tentacle dude. You have an eyeball-esque creature. You have a sluggish creature. Sorry to simplify, but that's kind of what I remember. What else do you have so far? Is that just the third one, or
no? Our first one, Phil was working on robots. He was working on a Transformer book, and so we had robots on the brain that first session, and we did we call it an aether golem, but it basically is a golem.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A fragile electrically charged golem. That was pretty cool. And then
he was timid.
The next one was Crocobot, which was
it's like Lake Placid meets
Yep. Yeah,
Metropolis. I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the story behind it was a sentient or intelligent, self-aware crocodile that had gone out and got some, I guess.
Oh my god, is one of its attacks like a medulla oblongata attack? That would be great. Sorry.
No, but in hindsight, you should have been on that show.
I should have been on that. Like, come on. Like, what was that? Water Boy, right? The medulla oblongata flip out. Like, like he loses his crap every time he smells Kentucky Fried Chicken because the guy looked like Colonel Sanders. Way too much movie.
Like, Lord, I haven't seen that movie in 2 decades, I think.
It's so bad. Mm-hmm. So good. Yeah, obscure movie knowledge, all up here. Right. Useless, all up here. Useful, not at all.
Tentaplex attack. The Tentakclys has 1d10 attacks each round.
That's a lot of attacks.
Oh yeah. Well, none
so
of them.
Like,
none of them
they're
are
all
going to be
small.
They're going to be fairly small. But it relies on its poison damage, which is huge. So I may have to reduce that poison damage with 1d10 attacks because right now I have it at 24, average 24 damage, which
that's a little high, maybe.
Yeah, that's way high. I think we're going to reduce that just to 2d6, because if it has if it gets 10 attacks, that's steep.
What is an average poison attack considered in D&D? Like just your typical poison?
Oh yeah, they
depends on the poison, I suppose.
5th edition did a pretty good job of. It is moving firmly into an aberration for sure. We were thinking that this, since it was the host, that this particular creature was an undead right away, an effusion of tentacles, which is what we wanted to go with initially. But yeah, you're right. It it's like a quasi aberration. The host, the husk, is undead. It's like it's its snail shell.
Out of the ear.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You need some of that goop coming out of the ear too.
They do a really good job of scaling poisons, so it can be dangerous at first or 10th. I mean, they do a pretty good job. An effusion of tentacles. Last laugh. What is an effusion of tentacles? Which part? Is that its attack? Aberrant undead parasite. I don't know if that's a type, but it's a type now. We're just going to do it.
Undead parasite. Ooh. Well, okay, yes, because it's a definition to agree undead. If you look at, I say, zombies or whatnot, it's just they literally feed. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. So, feed and multiply, I guess. So that's what this dude does. You infect him, and then he infects someone else, and I guess that's undead.
Corona snot.
It's a what?
What?
It's Corona snot.
Oh God! Ew.
That's what's coming out of his ears. Corona snot.
Ew. You made yourself snort. That's pretty good.
All right, so this guy's. I think he's gonna have a high AC because he just don't care. He's like, we'll give him like what, 16? Amusing descriptives. Yes,
So it's the
a few. Yeah.
Is there okay? So here's a question: If this Tentakclys goes into a human, this is obviously look like. So would that human stats?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going
versus with. It crawling into an orc or whatever tiefling or whatnot would change it.
Yeah, if you were doing like Pathfinder or D&D 3.5 or something like that, this would probably be more of a what they call those. Oh man, help me out, chat. Anyway, it's basically an overlay onto the character, so you would just say that you apply this in addition to its already existing stats.
Right, so like the armor class of whoever it's in, you would add that armor class plus the armor class of him.
This guy's pretty beefy, so let's say what did we give the iclyes? It was 10d8, so this would be
12d8 or 10.
The swarm was 10d8, but it didn't have much of a. Let's do 12d8, and that'll be. Ooh, that's a lot. 48. Nice, because this guy actually has a constitution that the iclyes swarm did not, which severely limited its hit points.
Yeah, what kind of defenses did the iclyes have? I mean, you could just poke it and it would hurt, because it hurts when you get poked in the eye.
It did. So we did give.
Oh my God! Three Stooges attack! Bam! Sorry.
Whoop whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop whoop.
We did give it a vulnerability to light, so it's blinded by the light, suffered disadvantage in daylight conditions or against blinding effects. So we did give it some disabilities, but I don't think this guy necessarily suffers from that.
No, I'd say not.
This will be 102 hit points, so that's not too bad, particularly if you're imagining there's going to be more than one of these dudes.
I feel like it'd be great too.
Template. Thank you.
There you go. Template. When it goes into the host, it like dehydrates them from the inside out, and that's how it grows. Sort of like it sucks in all water.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And that's how it gets larger, and then the host would get scrawnier and skinnier and veinier.
So gross.
And it would look like a zombie. Ta-da! The end.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I feel like your last incarnation of this is going to be skeletal and gross of some sort.
I think the last incarnation is, like you just said, it absorbs all this liquid and material, and it's going to be some
It's just a pile of snot and suckers.
Yeah, it's just snot then, right? And suckers.
It's calamari soup.
It'll completely erupt from this thing. Oh, what was that? I mean, not quite on this scale, but the Cthulhu thing from Hellboy, kind of like that.
Oh, I don't remember what this. Yeah.
Dog, it came out of him.
Yep.
Siphon Host.
Ooh.
I like that. This dude has a lot of abilities already. What does Siphon Host do, Last Laugh? Last Laugh's on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absorb the liquid to get larger. I feel like we need to figure out what its vulnerability is as well. In that regard. Like, would there be hosts that were not worth messing with because they're super dehydrated? Or, does it attack a specific... Does it search out specific hosts, let's say? Kind of a little World War Z kind of esque.
Yeah, it definitely wants the juicy ones.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got its melee. It's got a pretty decent to hit at +7, which is really good actually for 5th edition. +7 to hit with a reach of 5 feet. Any number of targets up to its number of attacks, which do 7 bludgeoning damage plus that poison on each hit. So this thing's. I feel like it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Aside from its just general appearance. Then I have, if it reduces. All right, we'll go over the sum total here in a second. I'm waiting to see if Last Laugh wanted to tell me what Siphon Host does. I like that. I think that's generally what it's doing. It's generally siphoning the host. I don't know if that's a physical. I don't know if that's like a combat type ability that it would.
No, I would say that it's just like a like the longer it's in there, some kind of constitution check to see if it gets you to the point of not enough liquid in you.
Yeah, you could. I think you could.
Almost like a save.
Yeah, I think you could list it here and say it's Siphon Host is what it's doing, and maybe that limits its lifespan. So in this stage, so it's whatever the original Constitution. Yeah, exactly. Yep, con drain as it grows. Exactly. So man, that hurts it though as it gets bigger. Maybe for every point of con, it gains a hit die. Is that too weird for 5th edition?
No, I don't think so.
That is sick. That is just awesome.
That's fantastic.
I kind of like that. So, I mean, I don't know that it would have much of a combat effect, but you would say Siphon Host. It starts with a pretty beefy constitution, but then every day it drains 1 point of constitution and gains a hit die. So it loses. It's going to be a net gain, I think, because you're going to lose. I don't know, it won't be net. You'd lose a significant amount of hit points. It will be weaker by the end, just by that non-con. But it's still from a thematic standpoint, I really like it. Let's see. Siphon Host. The Tentakclys is basically a husk for a cocoon.
A cocoon.
For a of course I couldn't speak.
Oh my god. So like what needs to come out of this thing has to be some kind of winged butterfly tentacle monster eyeball thing. Yeah. Like a flying fish bird with the beak. With the big teeth. Yeah. Now I'm curious to see what you're going to come up with the end for this.
We're gonna have to invite you for the next one. Yeah, wings are a must, they say. Ooh, chrysalis.
Oh, yeah. Chrysalis. There you go.
Let's just say every day. That'll be simple. Every day.
Oh, God. It's going to be great moth wings with like eyeballs all over them. Oh, so good. So just film the next one now because figured it all out.
I gotta take my sleepy time pills.
Constitution. Jeez, come on. Constitution.
Sound it out.
You've confused your autocorrect, okay?
I have. It just gave up. It didn't even try on that one. But gains +1 hit die. When the creature has gained 10 bonus 10 additional hit dice, it evolves, it bursts forth into its new form.
Yes.
To be revealed later. All right. That's awesome. I think we got it. I think this is most of it. It's pretty terrifying.
He does have a beautiful head of hair, though.
He has very pretty hair.
Yeah, it's very supple. He clearly.
Well, something had to go with the soul patch.
I mean, did you keep it? You did.
Yes. Oh, but wait. Here's where Pearl Jam comes in.
Oh, little brave person. Gotta do it. Oh, that's great.
All right. Okay, I think we got it. And we are right. Well, we're just over an hour. We started a little bit late. But what we have is the Tentakclys. It's an aberrant undead parasite. After the iclyes infestation has taken over this creature, exposing the iclyes infestation has taken over this creature, exposing tendrils from its chest and wrapping around various parts of its body. Has an armor class of 16 because it just don't care about getting hit. Pretty high hit points at 102 and a disturbing speed of 40. Doesn't have that much in the way of immunities or conditioned immunities. It's not affected by poison. It has dark vision of 60 feet. Actually, its perception is wrong.
Wait, does it have eyes? It just uses the eye of the host?
Yeah.
Question mark?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Special abilities are Devil Inside, which is a fear aura. Remote tentacular asphyxiation. Tentakclys can target a creature within 30 feet with his attack. The target must make a wisdom saving throw or suffer a psychic grapple. This is has the same effect as a physical grapple, but it's mental energy, and they must use their wisdom saving throw or wisdom instead of strength to break free. Psychic infused neurotoxin. When it actually does touch a target, it starts doing poison damage. If they fail a DC 17, I might have to look at that again. That's really steep. If they fail a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, they take 6 points of damage. Oops, I forgot to put in that they are incapacitated. I'll get that in here. Incapacitated. I'll get that language into the final cut. But yeah, the whole point is that it's going to try and grab you with its psychic energy, get close, paralyze you, and infect you.
Thank you.
Luscious tendrils.
Luscious tendrils.
I was going with luscious tendril. Okay, if the Tentakclys reduces its target to 0 hit points, the target is infected with an iclyes and will become a Tentakclys within 1d3 hours. Siphon host, which is how it grows or how we're tracking its growth. It basically is a cocoon or chrysalis for a much larger, grotesque creature. Every day the host loses 1 point of constitution but gains +1 hit die. When the creature has gained 10 additional hit dice, it bursts forth into its new form. I think one of the coolest things about this guy is that he has 1d10 attacks per round, just depending on how the tentacles are coordinating, and that's called an effusion of tentacles. with +7 to hit and dealing 7 points of bludgeoning damage per hit.
Nice.
With plus the poison, which is no joke. This is awesome. Well done again, Phil.
Thank you.
Great drawing.
Yeah, that
Thank
is
you.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see this one. Stage 2 of the iclyes. We got to come up with something pretty grand for what this guy's going to turn into in stage 3.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to make his eyeball bigger in here, just to better represent of like the original, the first iclyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of brings it together.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Like open it up a little bit.
Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah, the
Sweet.
original eyeballs are all are gone. It's been transposed, or whatever you call that. It's been replaced with the now massive gross stuff inside. Ugh, god. Lori, thank you for being here. This is great. We will definitely invite you back. We'll let you know, or we'll plan for the stage 3 and invite you back. Get this thing wrapped up. That is it for now for Who's Monsters Anyway. This is Phil and Matt signing off. Thanks again to Lori Pecchia, and we will talk to you guys next